when we have a big lead. It's a big foul there.
They pop it around. Luc down the lane to the basket. Oh my goodness.
Down low, wings it up top for Garland, over to Luc. Wide open for three. Hits it! Separation, drives in, kicks it out to Luc, pump fakes a three, splits the defenders, and hits the 15.
For the Panthers. Kyrell Luc, left hand, yeah. More.
Starts in, kicks out, McClurg to Luc for three.
Bernard just barely got rid of that ball. Little blow by from Luc, softly off the screen.
Cleaner size if you're playing him in the front court, but really bouncy.
Here goes Kyrell Luc, cleared for takeoff and a two-hand punch for the guard.
For Longwood, keep an eye on 14 in the white. Luc, wide open look. There you go. Now he hit. Remarkable performance. 7 of his team's 15 made threes. It's a season high in threes for.
Just tough to stay in front of with his quickness again.
Here goes
bouncy.
Luc. Yep, very bouncy.
Defending without fouling is huge for High Point here in the last 15 minutes. And they got something else going here. Luc throwing it down. So
Luc, such a talented player with a sweet lefty.
Some big dividends tonight. Hadn't played since late January. And getting some meaningful minutes here in the first half. Oh, he's given High Point energy to sustain here going into halftime. Kyrell Luc, oh, how about that?
Rizzy. Luc in the corner, and he hits it.
Focus and keep the intensity level high. There you go. Good tip by Kyrell Luc. Reverse lane is good.
Johan Ziemi, haven't said his name a whole lot today. Up top, Kyrell Luc. He's the leading scorer.
Get Marty Richter as well on the bench for USC Upstate. He's done a good job in year one, Sam, with a very young group and quickly setting.
And what you also learn is your teammates' strength and weaknesses. Where they want the basketball at, who can deliver the big pass.
Richards in the corner. Spins along the baseline into the middle, kicks it out for Garland into the corner. Luc for three. Dials it in.
And a steal by Luc. Watch out. Good fake. Around the world and in, and
he makes good, quick decisions and strong sweeping moves to the basket.
Now it's Rizzy. Luc for three. Got it.
Up here, but has won 5 out of 7 overall against the Eagles. Luc again. He's starting
good habits for his team as they approach Big South Conference Tournament. Luc all the way. Count it.
One of the toughest mid-major tests for North Carolina Central so far this season. Able to win on the road as Kyrell Luc
in the arc and at the free throw line. Can't do so just yet. On the drive, Kyrell Luc and the fouls. Kyrell Luc, he'll split time at the point guard position with Colby Garland. Calls his own number this time.
Has been a demon on defense for the Lancers. Luc, a right corner tray, got it to go.
Diagonal to Tucker for the finish.
Luc with the steal, watch out. Puts it in.
Point land, 16 points to lead all scorers. It's not like he's got his feet on the line. He's way back behind the line. Chores played limited minutes, picked up his second foul in the first half, and fantastic job. They've been working all week long to make this happen. But Jordan may want to switch.
Kennedy, who came back to his alma mater, a Hall of Famer player as UAB.
Plains Community College averaged over 18 points per game. Started his tenure at Garden City Community College at 16 a game. And in the corner, UAB still over from three-point land.
Yeah, still digging dry wells out there.
All the way, Luc.
NCAA tournament bids in the last 3 years. Well-coached team. Expectations to win.
Christmas, the kick out. Luc, the turnaround.
Really, they're doing really well. A few turnovers as of late, but they're getting the ball inside. They're playing inside out. They got to sprinkle in the three-point shot. They can't lose this game behind the three-point.
Kelvin Sampson drill where you put a lid on it. That was a big drill in the 90s. A lot of coaches did that. Kelvin Sampson. Margin at the break. It's down to 13. It's down to 11.
The shooting of Kamani Hamilton paid off on that one.
Hamilton not throwing away his shot tonight. Luc, turnaround. Yeah, that's pretty. Here at High Point. Luc with the baseline J. He's had a really nice...
To watch. We'll get to that in just a moment. Luc with the drive and off the window. Luc off the window and two more. Luc with 10 to shoot. Luc will take the mid-range. That's a lost start in modern. Luc in lane, tough too, but he. Luc driving in, nearly lost it, wrap around. Grizzy in the corner. Boy, did they.
Luc on the baseline, pure.
Luc at the other end with a quick two. And
folded right now.
Yeah, a marksman for sure.
19 first half points.
Luc right over the shot. They were trying to set him up one-on-one with Kelly. Tough move from Luc. So Longwood needs to get its offense going, and that'll get it going. That's why he's so tough. He can go outside, he can go inside, he can score no matter what. Nice.
And leaves that one off the heel of the iron. Gets his own board and acrobatically flies through for two. Their home building.
Garland's back in for Longwood, too. Let's see how he holds up on that ankle.
Luc floater, good. Clips their average scoring mark of 78.7 points with 79 right now and make it 81 after the...
Trying to isolate the post inside and use their big...
Oh, my.
He was off down. They're getting a little desperate here. Good pass. Good finish.
Shots, and they're not going to settle from the outside. Great play inside. The foul! They don't settle for threes, although they make them at a high clip. They just don't shoot a lot.
Luc working it inside to Tucker. Tucker, the right hand.
No. And Luc gets the rebound. And boy, we got bodies all over the place here, falling all over. Luc, great pass. Ziemi cuts it to
Can afford to have him have a poor game the way he did Thursday night.
Inside.
Nice pass.
Here's Hawson in the lane, blocked from behind by Brizzi. Ahead to Garland.
Kicked off by Luc. Bernard. Layup good.
For that three-point shot as much as he is his driving ability, but he'll knock him down.
Luc. Bounce inside. Good finish.
Alan Huss says we didn't intend that. Apologizing here. Brizzi is going to put that one.
He's 2 for 3 from long range. 8 points early on for Coleman Hawkins. And there's CM.
Ray, too strong, missed it all. Luc corrals the rebound, and quickly in transition goes Richards. Richards with a right-hand kiss off the glass.
Right past the defending Trey Hicks.
The reason that time the ball got into the paint because the ball moved from side to side. When that happens, that's the best way to break down the defense.
Bernard got his man in the air, got his shot.
Shot clock down to 6. Luc now driving on McGee. Back to Christmas for
college career. Morgan State actually has a few of them. They only have 6 transfers. Bernard shoot. And Mike said, well, you can shoot with both hands. I said, so can I. But you have to make them.
Christmas loses his man. And the halfway point of the second half, offenses have picked it up. Morgan State 7 for 10 from the deck in the second half. As McClurg hoists the 3 in.
With a head of steam in transition. They're playing 2-on-4, and Luc's going to have to wait for the cavalry. Luc kicks to the corner, another try for 3. And
they didn't want to dig it out or double. Fearful of the three-point shot.
Speaking of the three-point shot, just one of those tonight for Longwood. They're 1 of 10. Tucker
gets to Bernard, back to Luc. Brizzi, he can shoot that, and he can.
His own miss that time, but Brizzi, I tell you, Brizzi is such a smart player for 6'3". Good rebounder as a guard as well.
Chris and jolly as he connects. Winthrop has a 6-point edge. Longwood looking to answer, and they do.
That was his only shot of the, second half, but now this might help him.
Now we've said a number of times that
through the lane, right hand finishes with his right, and he's a lefty just as well as his left.
Here's Christmas from the left wing.
Pick and roll. Luc. Wings it cross court for Christmas. He's wide open. And it swirls. Gives it to Luc. No Colby Garland out there right now for Longwood.
I imagine that won't be for very long.
Christmas hoists and hits.
In time.
McClure,
that's
catch
awful.
fired.
Some really good guards. They had Trey Broadnax last year. They had Jordan Gainey a few years ago. He's at Tennessee. They've had a ton of guard talent. You're hoping he's next.
This first matchup between these two teams had 6 turnovers. He hasn't given it up. And Longwood's played really good offense in the second half, keeping possession.
McClure triple count.
For 3. So look for DeLances to really try to push this ball.
Luc out to Brizzi.